Hey, welcome back to Main Irish Angling TV. Today we're going to have another look at bait, and today we've got something that most people will know of or know about if they're in the carp scene, and these are the Mainline cell range. Now, Mainline is a huge company, been going for as long as I have, and the cell has probably been dominating up and down Europe for the last 3 years, and in Ireland it's been no different. Now, I know for a fact if you fish Finnamores or if you fish Lyrene in Maynooth, the cell has been extensively used. So then you're saying to yourself, well then why would I go on it if it's been extensively used? Well, let me tell you, fish are creatures of habit, and if they've been switched onto a bait, they rarely ever forget about it. They may be a tad bit more cautious about it, but if they haven't seen it in a while, which both those waters really probably haven't, then going in with these will actually nick you a bite when nothing else will sort of work. So basically on sale here today, we have the Mainline freezer range. These are anywhere between 15 or 18, depending on the size of boil you want. And that's retailing at €14.99 each. If you want pop-ups, they have the matching pop-ups. And if you've ever smelt cell, it's one of those flavors that is real coconutty. You just want to eat it yourself. So they have the cell pops as well to match the boilies, and also the cell glug. Now, I've used these hook enhancement systems before. They work great. They really adhere like a very mucusy kind of glug that adheres very well to the bait itself. So it will sort of amplify the signal for the fish. So there, you know, a couple of the Mainline things here, and also MIA have brought in Mainline Activate syrup. Now, this is because a lot of anglers have been asking for this, so the lads have got it in for them. Now, the minute you smell this, it's a real meaty smell, and it's the identical smell of Activate. I've been using these particle syrups and pellet syrups for a number of years. I've been using the tiger nut one, and I have to say, I really, really like them. I find these are great for adding to ground baits, pellets, or anything, or any sloppy spod mix that you want to make, particles. It really does sort of home the fish in and get them in a munching mood. So if I'm using PVA bags, I rarely have my PVA bag going out without one of these Mainline particle and pellet syrups in it in some form. Absolutely rate them, find them really, really good. I've had most of my big fish over the last 12 months on this in the actual mix. So I have full confidence. That's retailing at €9.60, and it's a 500ml bottle. Gonna last you a long, you know, a good few sessions before you need to replenish, so it's great value for money. Pop-ups are €8.99, glug is about $12.99, so as you can see, very competitively priced. And Mainline, you can't go wrong with Mainline. You know, I've been a long time Mainline user. I've used it and had no problems with them. They catch fish pretty much wherever they go. And as I said, cell itself has dominated. So if you're going to a water, and here's a little trick as well. If you're going to a water where you want to establish a new bait, it might be not a bad idea to buy a couple of kilos of Mainline cell if you know that cell has been put in any amount, which, as I said, name 2 waters where it has been used and used excessively. And what you do is you trickle that in amongst your new flavoured bait. What happens is the fish already know what this is. They come in, they spot it, they know they've been caught on it before, are very wary of it, but they like the smell and the taste. They'll come in, they'll feed around the cell and eat the new bait in preference to the cell. So it's a great little trick to try and establish a new bait quickly, is to use a blown bait. I'm not saying these are blown in those lakes. I doubt they are. I mean, good baits never really blow, but you know, fish can be a bit more cagey towards a bait, especially if it's being used in excessive amounts. But it's a nice little trick to establish a new bait fast by using an old established bait that the fish are a little bit cautious on, and trickle it in with your new bait. It brings the fish in, they'll eat your bait, the new bait, in preference to that first. That's the theory anyway. But then, that said, you could stick out a pop-up over it and probably catch on that quicker than any of your new baits. Look, This is MIATV, and check out the Mainline range here within the store, and we'll see you in the next video.